Welcome back to the Den of Tools. Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the Den of Tools. And today we got a quick video for you. I just want to talk about some of the concerns the bear has regarding the recent Harbor Freight 3/8 flex head icon ratchet recall. Now, we talked about this a few weeks ago. There was a small issue with some of these ratchets where if you put a lot of pressure on them, the pawl would kind of seize up against the side. It'd feel like the whole ratchet was locked up. Really, it wasn't a big issue. If you just pulled that ratchet back one click, it would unlock it and it would work normal again. It was just fine. But Harbor Freight said in a letter from the CEO, we want this to be a 100% professional product that you could trust and rely on. We want to make it perfect. So we're offering a recall. And honestly, it's a recall unlike any other I've seen. So the salient points here are that I should say, number one, that you're going to get a refund or exchange on the current 3/8 flex head ratchet that's being recalled. Take it into your local Harbor Freight. They'll either give you a different icon ratchet or they will exchange or give you your money back for the purchase price of the ratchet that you have. And secondly, that when Harbor Freight fixes this problem, comes out with a new replacement 3/8 flex head, you'll get a free copy of that as well. Now, that's something unheard of in not just the tool industry, but I've never heard of a business doing that. And so, mad props to Harbor Freight for really stepping up to the plate on that. However, I have heard some issues. Now, and these issues I'm not surprised about. When I heard about the recall from Harbor Freight, I was contacted. That was like the third in line as far as people contacted by the corporate there. But it was all in the evening, long after the store had closed, which means that this information got out to YouTube, it got out to users, the email went out. People heard about this before the store opened the next morning. There's no way for you to train your sales associates in time for a mad rush of people coming in. And in fact, I heard for days after that people were taking the ratchets in, trying to do the recall. They were getting the exchange. That part wasn't a problem. The concern was, how am I going to find out when the new one comes out so I get the free one as well? And I heard a couple different solutions. One will call you. One will email you. A notice will be sent out. Another one said, if you got the email from Eric with the letter, then that means you're on the list. None of that really, sat right with the bear. I reached out to Harbor Freight to ask them. Unfortunately, my contact at Harbor Freight is over on the power tool side, and he's just happy he doesn't have to deal with the whole icon stuff. He's got enough irons in the fire as it is. And anyway, so I have not heard back. Surprisingly, corporate doesn't feel the need to, address all of the bear's concerns. How dare they? Anyway, the point is that I did have legitimate concerns, so I decided to take it on myself, take my 3/8 ratchet in and exchange it and see what happened. And now this isn't a full undercover expose, but I did want to record some of it and show you that, yes, I did indeed go into the store and, I tried to play the grumpy old bear part where no, I'm not going to give you my information, or no, I don't have my receipt, I'm not in the computer, all that kind of stuff. Because, let's face it, a lot of you guys are like that, and that's what's going to make it difficult. But Harbor Freight needs to step up and be able to address the hardest customer, because the easy customers are just that, easy. So let's see how it happened there.
You here for a lifetime warranty?
No, a recall.
Can I get some assistance on a recalled item? Do you have the phone number you purchased it under?
I'm not sure I used a phone number.
You have a phone board with us?
No, I don't.
Want to go save your seats for you?
No, thank you.
It's hard to do a return without the phone number.
Okay, well, I guess we can give you one. It's 702. Oh, dang. Guess my microphone there cut out at the worst possible time. What do you know? Anyway, the rest of this is him just basically trying to get more information out of me trying to be a stubborn worst-case customer, trying to be polite, but, basically, I don't want to get any information I don't have to, and him being like, well, we got to put it in here somehow. So he did the best job he could when dealing with somebody like that, and then we went and got the exchange. I actually ended up getting one of these 3/8 stubby ratchets here. There's a picture of it.
Do you have the receipt by any chance?
No, I don't.
You want to change it for another one?
Yeah.
We don't have the exact model anymore.
Well, there you have it. So I went in the store, talked to the sales rep there. He was obviously new. Really nice guy, but obviously wasn't really aware about the Icon recall. He was willing to do a warranty exchange, no problem. But when I mentioned that, hey, this is a recall and there's other issues about it, he realized he was out of his depth being new, so he contacted the store manager, which is what he was supposed to do. Store manager comes in. Unfortunately, it seemed like the store manager was new as well. He knew there was a recall, but he didn't quite grasp the whole facts of the matter, such as the fact that you would also be getting a free 3/8 ratchet in the future. So we went through the exchange part, and when we got done with that, I said, okay, well, how am I going to get notified? And he's like, now, during the process, I did give them my phone number, because, as he said, it's kind of hard to do a refund or exchange without a phone number. So they did get that, and they had my name, but I didn't give an email address or anything else. And at this point, he's like, tell you what, give me your phone number again. I'm going to write it down. I'm put it on my desk, and I'm going to follow up with you on this, which is great. That's excellent, because that's what a store manager is supposed to do when the chain of processes breaks. They need one that can pick up that and put it back together and basically do an end around and fix the problem. But unfortunately, you can't count on that as a corporate entity. This can't be your process. Your process can't be, well, the local manager will step in and call you personally. But anyway, this case, and he had at that point he had no clue who I was, and you'll understand why here in a minute, or why this is important in a minute. And anyway, so he said he'll contact me. I'm like, okay. I go out of the store, get in my truck, and I start texting my contact saying, hey, this is what I went through. This is me personally saying, again, I'm concerned about this, and I really would like to hear what your guys' plan is before I do a video on this. Needless to say, I have not heard what the official plan is on how this is going to get handled. Again, my contact is not the person in charge of this. He said he passed along the information. I'm sure they're busy over there at the Icon Group. I mean, the store selection was sparse. These guys, they're selling, man, lock, stock, and barrel. Everything on the stores that says Icon on it is flying out the doors. This is a big product launch for them, and it's obviously a huge success. And congrats. But we want to make sure that this thing gets, that the customers get handled, because you guys, you're the ones that I'm here for. I'm not here for Harbor Freight. And I'm finishing up texting him, and I get a phone call, and it's the store manager. And he's like, well, I talked to my district manager, and I'm going to need an email address so we can enter it in the system so that they can follow up with you and stuff. And at this point, I'm like, okay, well, I'll give him my email address. And I tell him, okay, the email's red. He's like, red at the denoftools.com. And there's silence on the phone. And I'm like, hello? He goes, you're that guy, the bear, the YouTuber. And I'm like, yes I am. Oh my gosh. He's like, I'm really sorry. I'm like, and he starts, and I felt so bad. I really did. I felt terrible about, scaring him and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not here to do an expose on you. I'm here to make sure that the company is doing what they're supposed to be doing and taking care of the customers, because that's who I deal with, who I represent. I'm basically, just another one of the customers. I just, have a bigger megaphone than some other people. And I said, you did great. You weren't fully trained on this, but you picked up the ball. You took down my phone number, and that's great. But, anyway, and I told him basically everything I'm telling you guys here. So this is my concern, is that I don't feel like there's a full and 100% Loctite process in place. So here's what you can do to protect yourself in this situation. And that is, first and foremost, keep your receipt. For when you do the exchange, they will give you a receipt. This should show that you are exchanging a 3/8 flex head for another tool or cashback, refund or whatever. Secondly, if you haven't done it yet, give them your phone number and email. Don't be a stubborn old bear. And I know some of you are like, I don't want to give my contact info. Well, they got to contact you somehow. So tell you what, you can get a free phone number via Google Voice Services. That's what I do. For business and stuff, I don't want to give out my personal cell phone number. We don't do landlines around our den anymore. So I just have a secondary phone number that's tied to that one. that I can screen and do all sorts of fun stuff with. Anyway, so that's the number I give out on that kind of thing. And that's what I think you should do as well. I think Harbor Freight really wants to stand up behind, their word on this. They want to do the right thing. It's just a really big undertaking. It's moving really quickly, and, there's some turnover rate at these local stores, and they've got to constantly train these people, and there's only so much you can do in a day. So, cut them some slack, but at the same time, they do need to do what they said they're going to do. So, a little CYA never hurt. Anyway, I want to say a big thank you for everyone who stopped by the Sunday Night Tool Talk Live, 6 p.m. every Sunday. We had over 500 people in chat. It was one of the largest chat sessions. It was almost 600, honestly. And one of the largest chat sessions we've ever had. And it was great. It was a lot of fun. And we hope to see you all there next Sunday as well. Also, I got to say, huge thank you to all the DOT members, people who have joined and become a member. It's kind of like YouTube's version of Patreon. And we got some great supporters there, and we're very blessed to have them. And lastly, thank you to Harbor Freight for, standing up and doing this recall. We hope everything goes smoothly. This video is not meant as a gotcha, not trying to hold your little toesies to the fire. We just want to make sure that all the bases get covered. Anyway, that's all the Bear has for you today. Why don't you all chomp the old like button there if you like the content. Maybe consider sharing it, getting the word out about this recall information. Make sure everyone gets what they're supposed to get. And as always, you all take care. God bless. And as always, say it with me. Shine on.